Okay. So why don't each of you tell us your names and what is it that you do?
Yeah, so I'm Greg Lee, and together, Antonia Van Becker, we have Self-Health Institute. And this is a business that's a healing business that we've had for 30 years. And we talk to bodies and we teach people how to talk to bodies. And it's so fun because in the healing realm, I think so many of us, we think I have to get all these certifications. I have to really know all these details about everything. And we kind of think, well, what we really want to do is be able to talk to bodies. So
Mm.
that's the main thing that we do is ask them what they want to do to feel better, to get the results that they want to get. And that leads us into the innate healing system. And we love living in that realm of being able to communicate with this etheric, energetic being that isn't so much in the head, but it's more in the body and being able to respond to what's going on in an energetic and very usually very unique and appropriate way as far as what its owner might want to do to feel better.
Yeah. So our core talk holistic healing is really ancient wisdom for modern times. So we use these ancient tools and the internal innate healing system and the chakras and the meridians that we have and use all of the Western medical, knowing about physiology and psychology and talked literally ask the body questions about what it wants to heal, body, mind, and spirit. So we use physiology to look into these chronic health issues that people have. But what we have found is that these many of us have adverse experiences that have happened in the past. And what science has found and history has found is that what happens to you and the trauma that happens to you when you are young and may continue over your life totally impacts your energetic flow. And so that is what leads to chronic disease, as well as these mindset issues of procrastination and perfectionism and self-doubt, as well as limiting beliefs and other things that stop us from getting what we really want. And our Core Talk Holistic Healing gets to the core of the issues and heals it out of your mind, body, and spirit, creating flow out of congestion so that you can move forward, dealing with the world as it is, because it's not always easy, and being able to continue to be in that flow every single day.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. You've answered my second question, which is what's the name of the modality? So we'll skip on to the next one, which is who do you love working with that love working with you?
Mhm.
What we've found over the years is when especially energetic healers or transformational coaches and leaders who really know that the way that they feel when they're working and doing the thing that they love to do, how they emotionally feel in that moment makes a huge difference in the results that they get. So we love people who come to us and they say, I really want to do this thing more. I'm getting some results or I'm not getting the results that I want, and I'm not sure why. Something's shifted, or I really feel like I should be able to, but I'm not. So many times these sensitive people who really can feel the difference when they go to do things of, is my energy flowing? Am I in the moment? Am I full of myself? Am I being influenced by other people? So these are many times very powerful, energetic healers who feel stuck. And they
Mm.
feel like, I can do this for other people, but why can't I do it for myself?
Right,
So many,
right.
many people will call us the healers' healers.
Mm.
So
Beautiful.
we love working with people who want to really clarify where they're going. And it's one of the things that we love about the Evolutionary Business Council is that those people show up and they have communities of people that they've
Mm.
attracted. And it's just a great fit for us as far as being able to be part of that that whole community of people who really want to do things that are so important to them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So I can tell that both of you are very passionate about the work that you do. Can you tell us why you're so passionate about it? I mean, is there a story around this that maybe you want to share?
Well, when we were younger, we followed kind of what our parents wanted us to do. And we were living in Silicon Valley before it was Silicon Valley. And as that, phenomena came about, we both jumped into that as I was a technical writer and trainer, and Greg, we were musicians before that, but we were like, oh my gosh, we have to get a job. I was told, you got to get a job, get a job, get a job, right? And so we jumped into that whole experience, working 60, 70 hours a week, flying all over the world for trade shows and training conferences and passing the babies off at the airport. And we realized this is not what we really wanted to do, because we had health issues and they started to multiply, and we actually almost died within 6 months of each other because of the severity of those issues. And through our time and serendipity landed us in front of a healer who was able to heal Greg from a really drastic situation in an hour session. And we said, oh my gosh, we're doing that. And so that's how we jumped into this business. And what we started training healers, and we took over her program. And what we realized in that was that we didn't want to just train practitioners. We wanted to put healing into the hands of millions of people, like it was done for us. And we have seen the ripple effect of healers in families, not people necessarily who are the biggest healers in the world, although we've worked with some of them as well, but having that family, bringing healing back into the family, putting healing into the hands of every single person so that they learn they can heal themselves. And the ripple effect of having healing in the individual, the family, the community, the town, the city, the country, that's what we want. We want 1 million people learning Core Talk, being certified in Core Talk, so they can have this equanimity, so that they can get out of fight and flight. They can be at peace and have flow and lack of congestion, which is what causes disease, right, in our body and in our brain. If we're all congested, then we're not having those beautiful divine downloads and that inspiration. We want to create the flow in mind, body, and spirit, so everyone can bring their full, unique spirit to their business, to their life, to their relationships, so that they can help other people. They can be uniquely them and attract the people that are exactly right for them.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm wondering if maybe you could give us maybe a quick exercise, just to give people a little taste, just a little flavor of what Core Talk's all about.
Yeah, let's do a little. So I know that a lot of people who watch this will know how to do muscle testing. They might even use a pendulum. So one of the things that we love to do is talk about the first 4 questions that we ask.
Or we could bring energy back.
Let's do that. Let's do it really, really simple. We'll keep it really simple. So what we realize, especially when we work with groups, is we'll be having a discussion about what influences them and who influences them and how that relationship affects their day-to-day life. And then we'll start working with an individual, and we'll realize your energy is like going out all over the place.
Like you're trying to make something happen. You're trying to influence something. You're trying to keep yourself safe, right?
So for energy healers, people who do transformational work, those who really want to have an energetic focus when they go through their day, one of the most powerful things to do, other than meditation when you wake up and maybe having a little walk before you get started, is to bring your energy back bring your energy back into your body. So literally, it's so simple, but it's so powerful.
But it's so important.
Bringing your hands out and asking body, I want to bring the energy back in. I'm going to do that right now.
My own energy. If it's out, if I put it out anywhere, bring it back.
I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to welcome my energy back into my energy field, wherever it might be. And a beautiful thing about this, you can think about, what am I going to be doing today? I want to bring energy back in for that. I don't want to be outside of my body. Bring it in, and we can bring it right into our auric field, into our bodies.
Into our chakras.
Take a breath.
Give yourself a hug. Bring it back into all parts of your body.
There we go. Simple stuff.
And
Beautiful.
breath into that. Yep.
Yeah, I like that. Like very simple, very direct, but something we don't often do, right? We don't take we take it for granted instead of putting some intention behind it.
Yeah. And what's surprising too is, especially with healers and coaches and even speakers, you know, when we're speaking, we're kind of going out. And after you put too much energy or a lot energy out day after month after year, it really depletes your internal energy system. And so that's why we see people get some autoimmune diseases or they get chronic fatigue. And it's like, no, you have to, and you can have your chakras be open, and you have to make sure, you know, that old analogy, you put the oxygen mask on first. You got to keep your energy for yourself first. And then you work with your clients and you learn how to manage your energy with your clients. If you get exhausted after working with clients or having conversations with people, or even doing a speech or whatever you do, if you end up completely exhausted, then that's a sign you're putting out too much energy. It's not that you're putting out too much energy, but you're not bringing and keeping enough for yourself.
Cool. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. So if people listening to this want to learn more about you, what you do, where can they find you?
You know, on our website is really a great place to start. We always invite people to download our 3 powerful ways to tap into your body's wisdom. And it's a free gift that we have. It's where people start in being able to understand, what are they talking about? What do I have to do? What are the first steps? And what I love about this process is it also brings you into being able to learn more about what we do and to come to events. We have a number of healing events that we do throughout the year, and every month we do a couple things where we have people come on and they can ask questions about Core Talk.
Get healing, no
healing.
cost, you know,
So,
intro sessions and just.
And what is your website?
it is self-health, and health is HEALTH, not HE.
Not help.
Self-Health Institute.com.
Okay. Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. And if you were talking to a colleague, a friend, or someone who you think it would be good for them to learn about the Evolutionary Business Council, what would you say to them? And what would you say why they should get involved with the Evolutionary Business Council?
You know, what I love about EBC is that it really is it's a swath of people who are really wanting to improve their business, wanting to be around other people who have the intention of being able to help others as they are engaging, you know, they're really high level of bringing themselves into a group that where they can share their experience. They can feel like they're amongst peers and not just talking with their clients. So it's a way to be able to be vulnerable, to be able to share where you're at in the moment, and to be able to move forward knowing that other people have got your back.
In a nutshell, EBC is a bunch of cool people who like to do a bunch of cool work and have kindred spirits as friends and partners.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Antonia. That's perfect. And one last question. What challenge do the clients that you work with typically have that before they work with you, they think is just normal, just part of life, that really we shouldn't think of it that way. It's actually not normal for us.
Yeah. You know, and I mentioned this earlier, and we talk about this with our clients all the time, is so many times the things that have happened to us over our lifespan, we tend to minimize what the impacts have been on us. So if we see in our present day that maybe we're hiding or we're procrastinating or we don't think we're good enough to do something, that's a result generally of things that have happened to us in the past. But it's normal. That feels normal to us. That's the way our family was. That's the structure. You know, maybe everybody yelled. Maybe everybody was a little, fast with the hitting or whatever it was. That was normal for us. And so to be able to raise that awareness of how your life was and how those relationships were and how that may be affecting our business right now, that's pivotal to making the changes you want to make. Because even if you get a new website or a new lead magnet or a new masterclass, if you have some of those same visibility issues or self-doubt or those limiting beliefs around money, that's what's going to stop you, stop you from showing up every day and giving it all or showing your beautiful genius through your eyes. That's a result of those things that we think are kind of normal in our lives. But until we shine a light on them and really say, that wasn't good for me back when I was 10. When I was 10, that scared the heck out of me. And it changed how I want to show up in the world right now. So the awareness that we don't minimize all of that, so that we don't think, oh, that's everybody. Everybody's like that. To be able to crack that open and say, oh my gosh, that's why I'm hiding. That's why I have scarcity issues. And just shine a light on that and then do some healing around it can change your entire life, your entire business.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Any last words?
Yeah, I think one of the things, and Antonia was really touching on this, people come to us many times saying, I want to have it different, and I'm not sure. I've done so much healing.
Right.
I'm not sure, how to move forward. I feel like I've, kind of hit my upper limit. And those upper limits are so much connected to the adverse experiences that we had in our youth, because it's the things that we don't think about having to deal with, because we think we've already healed that. And our body just has a different perspective of that. And when we bring our body's awareness into the discussion of what needs to be healed to get the result that we want, things become clear. And that's really what we do with clients more than anything.
And just to add on that, it's not just the things that happened, but it's the energetic connections and the psychic manipulations also that go along with it. Sometimes the shock and things like that, that can really influence your body's ability to let go and allow the flow. So people do healing around those conditions or those experiences, but they don't touch those energetic manipulations. And that is sometimes the sticky part that keeps it stuck. Even if you've done all this healing, you haven't quite hit that energetic manipulations and release that in order to let it really go.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Antonia, Greg, thank you so much.
Thank
Welcome,
you
thank
so
you.
much.